Hi, I'm Jason Brown. You're getting ready to watch a review that we did on the movie Cabrini, but not even what we have to say can do this movie justice. This is an amazing movie that pulls at your heartstrings. It moved us. We actually, all three of us, walked out of the movie speechless at the end, and it took us a few moments before we could even compose ourselves to do this movie review. So here we go, Laughing Parrot Productions review of Cabrini at the historic Bishop Twin Theater. I'm Jason Brown with Laughing Parrot Productions, and I've got Ethan Jacobson here and Chris Langley down to the end. Apologize that Jimmy T is not able to be with us this week or next week, but we just got done watching the movie Cabrini. It's been out for a while, so you might have seen reviews from other people, but I'm going to tell you really briefly here. I'm reading it from my phone what Cabrini is about. It's arriving in New York City in 1889. Italian immigrant Francesca Cabrini is greeted by disease, crime, and impoverished children. She soon sets off on a daring mission to convince the mayor to secure housing and health care for society's most vulnerable. With broken English and poor health, Cabrini uses her entrepreneurial mind to build an empire of hope unlike anything the world has ever seen. Guys, this has got a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb and a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, did you like the movie?
I did like the movie, yes.
Yeah, I did.
Absolutely. Uh, would you watch it again?
I don't know if I would watch it again though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a long movie.
I think I might watch it again at a special time.
Yeah, I definitely will watch it again with my wife. Question we've never asked before: did it make you cry?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it didn't make
Didn't
me
make you
cry.
cry? It did me.
No.
I did.
I teared up numerous times. This movie comes to you from Angel Studios, and pre-pandemic, we reviewed a movie, and at that time, you know, you had shared how it did have a lot of Christian undertones to the whole movie. I did not feel that way about this movie
I
at
agree.
all.
No, I agree. I didn't feel that way at all about
Yeah,
this.
what about you?
No, I didn't think it did.
Yeah, I mean, and from the story, the adversity and the amount of adversity that Cabrini had to overcome was amazing. I just every time you turn it, it's the old saying, you take two steps forward, one step back.
Yeah.
Sometimes it felt like she got kicked back three or four. Your thoughts on the character?
The character is incredible. I mean, she just, we were just talking that I didn't know much about her before
No,
this. I didn't
I
even know
didn't
who
know
she
anything
was.
I didn't know
about it.
anything.
No.
And
I think you'd have to be Catholic to know.
yeah, well, but how she apparently influenced the world and the things she's done. I don't know. It seems like how did we not know about her?
Yeah,
And so I guess that's the amazing thing about movies, right?
yeah, no kidding.
They bring these
Chris,
stories to us.
how do you feel about the character,
Uh,
Cabrini?
I thought she was very believable, and you knew that she was going to have a hard time because women have a hard time in general with religion, even in our country. So they sort of are second class a lot of the time.
Definitely back
Uh,
then too.
yeah, oh, definitely then.
So Cabrini, let's talk about the cinematography and the set design. I really felt like I was back in the 1800s.
Absolutely.
It was very evocative of
Yeah.
what it must have been like all the way through because there's a long time
Oh, yeah.
change. So
Yeah.
And this is a movie that you have to prepare to sit for. I think it's like 2 hours and 25 minutes long, but there's so much to this story, and I don't think that really, after watching it, there's much that really could get cut to make it a shorter story
Oh
without
yeah.
having the story told.
Right. And I didn't feel like it was long for me
No,
no, I
personally.
didn't either.
it
I
was
was
a
surprised.
it's an amazing story. I have to tell you, if you come and you watch this movie and it doesn't pull at your heartstrings, you're a very callous person. I'm just going to put that right out there. I think there's a lot of truth still in today's times about what happens with people in humanity, the way that we treat different classes in society. I was just, like, without spoiling anything, it was about the Italians at this time, but they were making remarks about how before it was the Italians, it was the Irish, and you
Right.
could just see these tones throughout the whole movie that basically what she came to do, she did, but the evils of humanity still exist.
Right.
And I think that this is a movie that will really pull you in, and hopefully, whether you're an atheist or you are a religious person, I believe that this movie will change your perspective on how to deal with humanity.
I think also it was about women as well as
Right.
Well, of course, it
immigrants.
was released for Women's Month.
Yeah. And even if it were, 6 months from now, I think it really showed that people who are really determined, no matter what, they can accomplish an amazing amount. And then they happen to be women, it's even more impressive.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing, I don't want to give too much away, but she was sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she still, with her tenacity, pushed this all through. And I don't want to give away anything at the ending, but I mean, obviously, she overcomes a lot to get to where she is
I
at
think
the end of the
I
movie.
think you know where you're going.
I would think so.
Yeah,
But I
because-
think you're really surprised when you see how dire the conditions were.
Yeah. I New York in the 1880s was horrible.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter, if you were an immigrant or what, they were still terrible conditions.
Right.
But I was impressed how she kept at it and accomplished everything she had meant to. And that's impressive to
I
me.
like the line, New York City was built on the bones
Yes.
of immigrants.
Yeah.
There were a lot of wonderful high points
Yeah.
visually and also in the script itself, I thought.
And the acting too.
Yeah.
Acting was phenomenal. I mean, I'm telling you guys, Angel Studios has come a long way. This is a big budget movie, very well filmed. There are a few times that the solar flares kind of got to me.
Yeah,
I
me
could have done
too.
without
I-
that.
yeah, I agree. I
And as a
totally agree.
filmmaker, looking at it, like that was a little bit too much. But it did tell me that they used spherical lenses instead of anamorphic.
Right. There you go.
There's the budget.
There it
cut.
is right there.
But no kidding, guys. The set design, the filming, the acting, even the score of the music was
Yeah.
on par.
The whole way
And
through.
I just don't know what else to say except for I would really like you to come see this at the Bishop Twin Theater to experience it on the big screen. If you don't, you still have to watch it at some point at home. But definitely support your local Bishop Twin Theater. This is one to come out for no matter what your religion is, what your race, whether you're a man or a woman, atheist. This is a movie about the human condition and overcoming. Am I right?
You are right. And a
Right.
great story about an individual.
It's a
I mean,
great story about
it's
an
an amazing
individual
story.
who, to this day, should still be.
And they did a lot of location work, and I always
Yeah.
wonder how they do that in a modern setting. How did they protect the location so it looks like it's 100 years ago? That's
Yeah.
really amazing.
It is
to me.
amazing. It really is. It's like magic, actually.
This is an amazing movie that you need to come and see. I've never come out of a movie so speechless and my heart strings